I'm here with Mr. Ted Leahey from the Arts Festival. It's coming up in a few weeks. What can you tell us about the Arts Festival?
Well, we've worked really hard this year to scale it back in terms of cost for the general public. That was one of our first missions for this upcoming Arts Festival. And the other thing was we wanted to really bring back an emphasis on artists, and particularly that was one of the concerns that people had last year that came to the festival, that we had a lot of good musical talent and other performances and shows at the Depot, but they wanted to see more artists with their work and doing workshops are coming. So we feel like we've really got a great lineup this year. So Friday night is really the opening for the festival, and that'll be, we begin around 3:30 with the setup should all be in place. But the first thing is that there will be an opening at the Depot, and we're also again trying to really emphasize local artists. And so we have a show that will be featuring Carol Strock-Wasson. I'm sure you've seen her studio downtown. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Carol, which I find hard to imagine, but she's a really well-noted pastel artist and has works hanging all over the United States and now internationally. So she's very well known. Her work will be on display at the Depot. Also the work of Dennis Bruss. Dennis was a student here at Union City many, many years ago and lives in Dayton. He does sculptural work, and so we're featuring his work. And one of the other featured artists for this opening show is Selena Burke. And so that show is opening at 6 o'clock at the Depot. So that's really the artistic feature at that point. Then in addition to that, on stage, we're going to have a couple bands, and we've tried something new this year, and I think this will be kind of fun, especially for the schools and people that come to the football game. Rafaela Farias, who also is a former student of Union City and is a rocker in Indianapolis, has a lot of shows that she does routinely there. And she also is a DJ. Her band is coming, Password Reset, and she's going to be singing the national anthem at the football game on Friday night. So if people bring their ticket to the Artisan Crossing, where the stage is, if they bring the ticket from the football game, they'll get a discount on the cost for the musical performances that night. So she's going to be the featured band, since she's going to be here doing the national anthem. And while she is doing that, Nightfall is going to open, and that all begins in Artisan Crossing at 6:30. So music will be going on also. And if you're from Mississinewa or you have a football ticket, we're going to honor those, whether it's Union City Community High School or Union City, Mississinewa, and so on. So hold on to those tickets. And then there will be another really big surprise for everybody, because Pamela Bliss, that did the mural on the Ohio side, I think everybody's probably seen that by now, the Lambert one. When you come from the grocery store, it's the story of the Lambert car. She will be, we will be revealing her most recent mural that she's done for the city. And for Union Cityites from way back, the McCoys, famous for their song Hang On Sloopy, were from Union City also. In fact, I had Rick when I was doing student teaching. He was a junior in high school here, Rick Zeringer. So this mural is going to be revealed at the concerts on Friday night. So that's going to be a big deal also. And so that's pretty much what's going on. We'll have food available, beverages available, and the firemen and the police are going to be responsible for that on Friday, but also then on Saturday all day long, starting at 10 o'clock. So that's Friday for you. What's next?
Are there any special artists that were going to be featured?
Good. I'm glad you asked that, because on Saturday, that's when we're going to really see artists with their work displayed and selling. And then also we're going to have some demonstrations. So some of you, your parents may have come to the Depot for what was called POUR, P-O-U-R, art. And the guy that did that he was such a hit that we were bringing him back for the festival. And he's going to be doing a couple workshops and that's Mitchell Grisey. And what happens is it's a fun workshop, but people are going to have to sign up Saturday morning because there are only 10 slots and we're doing 2 workshops, so there will only be 20 opportunities for that. And that does have a charge just to cover the cost of the materials, but it's minimal, it's $10. And what happens is if you were doing this pour art, we give you a canvas as part of that. You select 3 colors, you pour those in little cups, and then a fixative is added to each one of those. Then you pour them together in a larger cup. Okay, you turn the canvas over on top of the cup, you flip it over and let go of it, and then you just start letting it move, the paint move around to create your painting. So everybody that was there when we did it at the depot was absolutely crazy about it. They loved it. So he's going to be doing demonstrations. Also, we have another activity that's going to be going on. Mac Blackout, who did the ball that you see there in Artisan Crossing, that colorful ball, he's going to be back, and he's going to be painting a wall behind the depot. Very abstract kinds of things, just like the ball, but that's a paint out that will be going on during the afternoon. So I don't know the exact time when he'll start, but he'll be around from noon on doing that activity. His wife will be doing children's activities also. And then in terms of our artists that'll be there, Jan Snyder is a landscape and equine artist, and that means that she paints portraits of horses. She's very well known also, and so we're very lucky to have her. Joanne Bovee is a glass artist, and she uses art, creates works of art from plates of glass and from molten glass, and forms all of these shapes and interesting sculptures. So she's going to be here. Tito Farias will be with us with his healing oils. Joey Bond, we are anticipating, will be there with some metal sculptures like you might see in a garden or in your yard, that kind of thing. This will be fun too. Chelsea Kenny is going to be doing individual portraits and drawings of people. So for instance, if you wanted one done, she'll either do it on the spot or she'll take your name and information and then it'll be sent to you. There's a little fee for that also, but very reasonable. She is from Indianapolis. So we've got people coming in for a whole variety of areas. Michael Glass is an artist that does, I don't know exactly what you call his style, but it's like pointillism. And he does these like insects and butterflies and flowers, and it's really fun. He was at Gathering on the Garst a couple years ago. We tried to get him last year, but his schedule was tight. He's coming this year, so we're very happy about that. Jennifer Hall Overholzer does landscapes, and she does oil painting, and I think that will be fun for people, especially if she brings some of her work of local area buildings. We all know, like, I'm sure you've maybe been to the Maidrite.
Yes,
yeah. Okay. I think most anybody in this area has been to the Maidrite. She has a great painting of the Maidrite. Hopefully she's bringing that, but she's bringing a lot of other works. And also, I didn't say this at the time, but when I was talking about Mitchell Grisey, he will bring pieces that he has created that will be for sale also. And all of these artists that I've talked about up to this point will have artwork for sale that people can purchase. In addition to that, Carol Sexton, who is the wife of the new librarian here in town, she is a very well-known ceramist, and she'll be doing some ceramic work. She has things for sale also. Art Sense that you see when you go to Greenville, the artists there are going to be here, and you'll see a lot of their work also. Ed Marcus, my neighbor, is going to be doing a display of how we use art in advertising. He has a lot of classic pieces of advertisement that he'll be displaying. Charlotte Marshall Moss does painting on gourds, so that's going to be kind of appropriate to the season also, and she's going to be with us. You can also have fun because we're going to have a photo booth at the depot. So one's going to be of the 70s and another one's going to be sort of a classic black and white So you can dress up if you want to. There will be some costumes if you want to dress up for this photo. But if you want to do one of the 70s shots, find your best 70s outfits and come and have your picture taken with that backdrop. Then another thing that's going on, last year we had Dale Keith Lewis, who is a chainsaw artist, and he's going to be with us again. People absolutely loved his work last year, so he was invited back. He'll be in the big tent in Artisan Crossing. Bring your earplugs, but no, he's great to watch and observe, and he'll have pieces for sale also. I think I've just about covered it. I hope so. But and the other thing is we're waiting for a confirmation from a henna painter. They do. I think you may be familiar with. They paint
Henna
design.
tattoos.
Yes. And so if she's comes through with her schedule, she'll be here with us also. So that goes on from 10 in the morning until at least 4 in the afternoon, maybe a little bit longer, and then we flip over to music, and on the main stage we'll have 3 bands, Zach Laffin, Shannon Clark and Sugar, and Frequency will be the headliner that evening. And all of our musical events are $5 per person. So we really have scaled that back. We've had big names in the past, but we wanted something that was affordable for everybody in the community and the surrounding area. So that was our goal, and we think that that's going to be great. Food will be available all day Saturday, food and beverages from 10 o'clock until closing. And the other thing is Pamela Bliss will be at the Firehouse Pipes, and that's going to be really a special event because she'll be there at 5:30. She'll talk not only about the mural that's going to be revealed on Friday night, but she also is going to talk about her involvement in the film that was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Animated Long Film. It did not win, but it was one of the nominations, and that's quite an honor to have an artist who participated in the development of that movie. So she's going to be there only for about half an hour because she's got another venue in Indianapolis that she'll talk to us at the Firehouse Pipes. We'll see some videos that illustrate how that movie was made. And then she'll head out the door and we'll stick around and have a bite to eat and a little bit of food, and then people can move on to the other events of the evening. That's it. So,
Well, thank you, Mr. Leahey.
my pleasure. We hope to see all of you there.